you doing, everybody? Welcome to the Stan Sheriff Center. The Hawaiian Tel FCU starting lineup strolling at the bottom of your screen. Hawaii about to do battle with UC Irvine in a Big West Conference matchup. Anteaters coming in 10-6 overall, 0-2 in the Big West. Hawaii 11-3, 3-0 in league. Despite the 0-2 mark in the conference, UC Irvine, a team with a pretty strong reputation. They played Long Beach State and Cal State Northridge very tough leading up to this match.
That's a very difficult schedule to catch those two teams right off the bat.
Nikki Taylor right off the bat gets her first kill of the match, and Hawaii the quick advantage.
So UCI looks very loosey-goosey, a lot of smiles, a lot of high fives during warm-up. They look loose and relaxed. They got 13 players back from last year's team, so I expect them to play well.
Set goes to the middle, and it is put down by number 1, Allison Lee, a 6-foot senior from San Pedro, California. She is third on the team in kills per set, averaging 3.18. Also leads the team in blocks, however, with 33, a team that is not necessarily known to put up the consistent blockade. Here's Calais Greeley, put a little heat on that one, dug up by Molly Yoder. Right side it goes to Lee. Good punch up by Taimano Oleval, but Hawaii cannot forge a return, and that's a point for UC Irvine. They're up 2-1.
Pretty solid defense by Irvine that time. Nice transition play.
So it's Ella Rosenfeld, 6'2" junior from Hermosa Beach. Back to slap it into play. Attacks Sarah Mendoza, good pass there. Taylor Higgins, right side to Nikki Taylor. Couldn't get everything on that one. Chance now for the Anteaters. Here's Lee with a little pepper on it.
Also Lee, born in South Korea. Started at Cal Poly and finishes here at Irvine her senior year. Finds the hole in the block. Dolphin got fooled a little bit that time in the middle.
Moved from outside to opposite position this season, and it's been paying some dividends. Hawaii, though, granted a free pass with that out serve. We mentioned these are the two top serving teams in terms of the accumulation of service aces in the Big West Conference. Hawaii is number 1 and 20th in the nation coming into this week. UC Irvine is number 2 in the conference and 25th in the nation. Good scramble by Hawaii. Does it get over? Yes, it does. Duel at the net, and Kalea Dolfo. You talk about cleaning up a spill. She was able to slap a Band-Aid on that one.
Oh, it looked like Hawaii had lost that point for sure. Some good, quick reactions out the net. How about, look at that. Look at Taylor Higgins popping that ball up and over, and Adolfo getting the last word.
Tough serve here, and UC Irvine has to settle sending a free ball over. Step out to Calais, and Calais Adolfo puts the Molokai slide in full effect off the block and out for a Hawaii point.
Once again, as Calais, Ryan Suji talked about in the 6:30 hour, that connection between Higgins and Adolfo never been better.
How about the serve by Nikki Taylor? The setup goes to the left side, Cassidy Pickrell. Taylor keeps it alive. Now Higgins goes outside to Greeley against the double block. Diving save by Shelly Anderson. Pickrell, the dink right there is Higgins. So Mendoza, back bump, sets Greeley tight to the net. She has to just slap it over. Anteaters with the advantage. Here's Lee from the opposite side, blocked and kept alive by Adolfo. Now Manuel Val from the back row. Good rally here early. Pickrell from the outside, diving save, Nikki Taylor. Taylor Higgins gets it back to Hawaii's side, and they send it over free ball style. Here's Lee, blocked and roofed. Calais Greeley denying access.
Calais Greeley provides such size, such presence at the net. First of all, keeping the rally alive is Nikki Taylor, and then the block at the end by Calais Greeley. She's just maturing, getting better every week.
4-0 run for the Wahine. Middle set goes to Aspen Potter, but she hits it wide of the floor, and a point for the Rainbow Wahine, make it a 5-0 run.
Hey, keep the pressure on now, come on.
So Nikki Taylor, 7 kills on 17 attempts last night versus Cal State Fullerton. Also getting in on the ace fun, and right on cue, deals an ace out of the deck there. And a timeout taken by Paula Weishoff, head coach for UC Irvine. Dave Shoji's Rainbow Wahine stumbled a bit to start, now hold a 4-point advantage in the first.
here are the keys to the match for Irvine. They've got to pass the jump servers. Hawaii's got Olivao and Higgins, who are just tremendous, the top two servers in the league. And for Hawaii, they got to slow down the pin hitters. Those are the attackers on the outside.
Keys to the game brought to you by Kaiser Permanente. You mentioned the pin hitters. Right there is the evidence. UC Irvine's Allison Lee pounding it to the Terraflex. And that is already Lee's fourth kill.
It's her fourth kill. She only averages 3% already. She's beating her average.
And she retreats back to serve. Started her collegiate career at Cal Poly. Sends it into the twine, point Hawaii. Rainbow Wahine coming off of a sweep last night against Cal State Fullerton. And for Hawaii, they have now swept 5 straight matches, and they have won their last 18 sets. Billy Greeley just scraping the top of the tape there. Step out goes to Potter. Adolfo able to keep it alive. But Hawaii has to just free ball it over. Can Irvine forge a good hit? Not really. Pickrell with the dink, so chance for Hawaii. Here's Greeley from the back row. Now Pickrell got a good hit on it, but Mendoza sticks the dig. Manu Olivao then ends the rally, plugging it through the block.
Hawaii showing so much more versatility in their offensive array of tools. With Manu Olivao comes out of the back row. Now Calais Greeley coming out of the back row. Nikki Taylor hitting out of the right. And how about that dig by Sarah Mendoza? That was a rocket.
She is doing it night in and night out these days. Here's Greeley to serve, and she sends it into the net. Greeley had a fine match last night. 10 kills on 19 attempts, hit .421 with 4 service aces against Cal State Fullerton.
If you get 290 out of an outside hitter, it's a good night. She has .421 on the outside. That's tremendous. That's a middle attacker average.
There is your top kill per set hitter in the Big West Conference. Marissa Bubaka onto the floor for the first time for Irvine. But Taimon Olivao, she is up there in the conference rankings as well. 3.47 kills per set. That's tops for Hawaii, and she finds the floor that time.
Her intensity and her all-around game have really up since last year. She's also been a tremendous leader off the court as well.
Katiana Ponce on to serve. Gets it over. The pass by Pickrell. Set left side. Here's Bubaka. She's able to split the uprights for the kill. We asked head coach Paula Weishoff what makes Marissa Bubaka so good from that outside position. She says basically she can blow it up.
She blew that one up right there for her first kill of the night. She can get on it. Heavy arm.
Arden Davis with the serve. Good pass, Mendoza. Here's Taylor from the back line. She is so good, especially from that right back position. Seems as though that angle works for her.
I'll tell you what else. Irvine was not ready for her attacking out of the back row. There was no blocker up on her at all. Another thing, they'll start respecting her a little bit more as the match goes on.
In other words, also a good call by that young lady right there, Taylor Higgins, on the set selection. Lee from the back row against a triple block was able to sneak it back. And an impressive set one here for Allison Lee.
Allison Lee's got the magic going. The senior is finding all the holes in the block. Not much of a hole there, but she found it. Kill number 5.
Squeezed it through. Now the setter, Shelly Anderson, with the serve. Goes to Manu Olivao. Perfect pass. Set middle to McGill, and she's blocked by Bubaka. A rare instance where McGill actually got roofed from that middle spot.
If the connection isn't just right and the ball's set too low like that time, a little bit low, she usually at least gets it over the block and keeps it in play.
Here's Taylor from the outside. Kept alive off the net by Lee. Good job there, but then a little too much hands on that second touch for UC Irvine, so it's a Hawaii point. A little handsy there on that second set attempt.
Good call by Jesse Martinez, the up referee.
And he's on top of the ladder. Wayne Lee downstairs, Darren Chun and Wes Kawachi, the line judges. And that's an ace for Taimon Olivao, who entered the week leading the Big West Conference in aces per set.
Boy, her game has entirely changed since she started jump serving. Remember the half of the first month of September?
Sends that one into the net.
She really struggled. Now she's got this weapon that other teams fear. The other team right now is breathing a sigh of relief that, oh, thank goodness, Taimano Olival's turn is over for now.
Dave Shoji basically telling her, hey, take the reins off of that thing, toss it in the air and give it a whack. Ollie Yoder sends it into play for UC Irvine. Middle set, McGill. So we're thinking of nicknames for Olivia McGill. How about Olivia the Thrill McGill? What do you think about that one?
Olivia the Kill McGill. I like the Thrill. Thrill's good. She gives me a thrill every time she gets a kill. How about you?
It's a thrill to see her play every night. They're going to give that point to Hawaii. Back row attacker called against UC Irvine. So the Rainbow Wahine first to 15. Against kind of stumbled out the gate here in this opening set against the Anteaters, who proved that they showed up here at the Stan Sheriff Center to play. But Hawaii now with the half-dozen-point lead. Here's Lee from the middle, pushed it over, diving save Mendoza. Greeley winds up and gets rejected. It was Lee and Ella Rosenfeld in the middle.
That was a solid block this time. Block out there waiting for her. Not much place for Greeley to go that time. How about Higgins should have back set though to Nikki Taylor, who was chomping at the bit on the right side. We'll see if she gets her this time.
No, she'll go outside to Greeley again over a double block. Rosenfeld digs it back over the net. Manole Val with no blockers up from the back row, but nicely done there by Shelly Anderson, but nobody had her back for UC Irvine.
That ball was in the air a long time. There's a frustrated coaching staff right there. With balls in the air that long, one of the 5 other people has got to go play it.
Paula Weishoff in her 6th season atop the UC Irvine program. Nikki Taylor sends that one into the twine. Weishoff, one of the fantastic volleyball players of this era.
Amazing. MVP in 2 different Olympics. Many-time All-American. In the Hall of Fame. You name it, she's got the award. Her jersey's been retired at USC.
She was part of that USC 1980 national championship team. Here's Greeley. Pounds it off of the high hands. Saved by Davis. And it'll be Pickrell from the outside. Off the block. Greeley keeps it going. Now Manole Val winds up, uncoils, and unleashes.
A lot of sets to the back middle. That pipe set for the back row quick. A lot of that going on. Hawaii changing their offense. A lot. I thought this ball was going to go back to Taylor. Instead, it goes to Manole Val. Irvine block splits. They scatter to the pins. Leave that middle wide open. Great set selection by Taylor Higgins.
Yeah, there was absolutely no obstruction at the net on that Taimano Olival rip. Left side, here's Pickrell. And she's able to scoot it by that Hawaii blocking down. So Pickrell back to serve. Bubika back on the floor.
Pickrell, former All Big West freshman team last year. Quite a sophomore class this Irvine has.
Line drives it over the net. Good pass, Manole Val, and she'll get the set on the outside. And she pulverizes that one.
Well, her legs just look live, don't they? And her arm looks alive. She just looks fresh as a daisy. Wow.
Allison Lee having to attempt to dig up just a bullet that came off of the palm of Manole Val. And Ponce almost serving up an ace. It'll be Bubika sending a free ball Hawaii's way. Higgins, where does she go? She'll go right side to Taylor from behind the line, sent it long.
Taylor had an open net as well. No blockers up that time, I don't think. So Higgins is getting her attackers some pretty juicy hitting situations.
There's Arden Davis, the libero. Entered the week tops in the Big West Conference in digs per set. If you're wondering, Sarah Mendoza is in the 5th position in that category. Higgins tried to go quick middle to McGill, wasn't there. Manole Val bumps it over. Left side, here's Bubika. And a net violation called against Hawaii. Goes against Taylor Higgins. So it is 14 serving 18 here in the first set. And Arden Davis, who has 14 service aces on the year. Two-hand pass by Greeley. Now Taylor from the outside, dug it back over the net. Higgins, middle set. McGill had to dink it over, rat-a-tat it around, and a return. Higgins, McGill got it a little higher. The result was a little better.
I like the repeat. She could have easily gone back to Taylor, but instead she goes right back to McGill, sets it high enough for McGill to go over any block. Remember, McGill touches 10-6. That's well over the basketball rim. Set her up there, she'll put it down.
Good serve by Higgins, but a great diving pass by Pickrell. Now Bubaka, soft hit. McGill plays it off her own block. Taylor from the opposite side, down the line. And out for a Hawaii point. Timeout called by Paula Weishoff as Hawaii hitting 3:08 here in this opening set, leading by 6.
Check out how Olivia McGill at middle blocker uses both touches. A block right there. She gets a second touch, bumps up the high ball so that Taylor Higgins can put up a set for Nikki Taylor, who gets the kill.
And that is how it works, presented by Central Pacific Bank. Taylor Higgins jump serving out of the timeout. Pumps it long. Great story in Game On about the Higgins family that Ryan Kalei-Suji put together. Just a phenomenal bunch of athletes that come out of that ohana.
Yeah, and also fun-loving, and the competition between them seems to be so healthy as well.
Yeah.
Nobody's killed anybody yet.
Yeah, at least on camera, it's good-spirited. Here's Taylor dropping a bomb from the outside.
I'll tell you, Olivia McGill is drawing a lot of attention in the middle, as does Kalei Adolfo. And it's leaving the outside hitters if Taylor Higgins can find them. Watch the attention paid right there. The middle blocker goes up with McGill, which leaves Nikki Taylor one-on-one on the outside. That's almost not fair.
Claire Marie Anderson serving for Hawaii. Leading by 6. Here's Lee. And that one got stuck in the platform of Taylor Higgins.
Oh, Taylor got a kick out of that one. That was funny. She's in the right spot. Good location. Look at Allison Lee. 6 kills. Again, she averages 3. She's doubled her season average in kills per set with 6.
Hawaii led by Taylor and Manu Olivao. They each have 5. Higgins goes middle to McGill. Again, a little low, so she just had to soft touch it over. Here's Pickrell from the outside. Rejected. McGill and Taylor.
So Nikki Taylor is on the right at 6'3". She's an imposing blocker out there that other left side hitters on the opposing teams, if they try to go down the line, doesn't work if you go against her.
Third team block for the team that's third in the nation in blocks per set. Now Pickrell beat the block. Higgins got the dig. Taylor from the right side tried to go hard angle, and it works. Handcuffed Shelly Anderson on the Anteaters side of the court.
Nikki Taylor doing a great job, especially in the third contact when she's got to keep the ball in play on awkward, broken play sets. Last night only hit 176. Tonight, much more high percentage.
And how about an ace served up by Sarah Mendoza? She's getting in on that fun in a big way. She now has 14 service aces on the year. Hawaii, by the way, hitting 367 in this opening set, and it is aloha ball here for stanza number 1. Pickrell, the dink. Taylor got a piece of it. Adolfo popped it in the air, and Manu Olivao flat-footed sends it over, but that'll be the 4th hit they will rule on Hawaii's side. And it appeared, perhaps an extra touch off of that net.
There was, yeah. There was a bang-bang play right there at the net. Jesse Martinez picked up on it, explaining it now to Taylor Higgins, the only person who can address Mr. Martinez during the match, the captain, captain.
So 17 serving 24. Still aloha ball here in set number 1. Chloe Hakeem on the floor to serve. Greeley to end it. She does. In one of the more efficient and impressive offensive performances of the season in a single set. Hawaii able to run away from UC Irvine 25-17, and they have the early advantage.
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Order Cable, is sponsored by Bank of Hawaii and Kaiser Permanente.
Welcome back. Hawaii winning the first set 25-17. While we have a moment, let's check out tonight's Jack Fact, brought to you by Jack in the Box. Looking for a W, UC Irvine, one of 3 Big West Conference foes who were winless versus Hawaii. We saw another one of them last night in Cal State Fullerton. UC Riverside the other. But if Hawaii plays like how they did in that first set, it may be a tough night for the Anteaters. That was about as good an offensive performance in a single set we've seen this year from Hawaii, Chris.
You're right, Cano. They had 387. You got Nikki Taylor hitting 500 with 6 kills. You got Ty Manu Olival hitting 833 on 5 kills. Just very efficient, as you said. 3 aces as well to throw off the Irvine passing formation. On the other side of the net, Allison Lee, tremendous first set. 6 kills, hitting 556.
Yeah.
They're outside their pin hitters, pretty good. Pickrell, a couple of kills, and Bubaka with a couple of kills. But not the offensive output that Hawaii had. Irvine hitting 222. Normally hit around 240.
And the series record sponsored by Aston Hotels and Resorts. It's 30-0 in favor of Hawaii. Last meeting November 1st, 2013. A Hawaii sweep.
Hawaii's got to watch out. This Irvine team, I think, is dangerous. If you open the door for them, they can really come out and get you. They proved that by going 5 sets with Northridge last week.
Yeah, not an opportunity for Hawaii to go to sleep at all. That said, it was good to see the Rainbow Wahine sort of rising to the occasion, rising to the level of the competition in that first set.
Especially getting a good first set start, because they did not get a good first set start last night.
Well, they go tit for tat on out serves here to start the second.
Remember, they were down 7-1 to start the match last night against Fullerton. A concerned Dave Shoji called timeout and read the riot act, I think.
Yeah, about the earliest timeout we've ever seen Dave Shoji call in a match. And that is Marissa Bubaka. Again, tops in the Big West Conference in kills per set. 4.19 is her average. And she's able to pound that one through. Serve by Shelly Anderson, pass Manu Olival. Greeley comes swooping in and plugs it through that Irvine resistance. Belay Greeley now 4th on the team in kills per set, hitting 245 on the year. The reigning Big West Conference Freshman of the Week. Just had an outstanding week in 2 matches to start Big West Conference play a week ago. Sends that serve long, including in her homecoming to Riverside. That's where she calls her hometown. 12 kills, 12 digs.
Apparently they had signs with her face on the sign. It was like almost too much to take.
She got a lot of support in Riverside. Molly Yoder sends it into the net point. Hawaii tied at 3 here in the early goings of set number 2. Yeah, and she even said in the post-game interview last night, she was saying she didn't really have time to give aloha to all of the friends and family members that came out for the match, because she had to prepare for the match itself. So it was just a quick hello hug all the way down the line.
Coming right up the middle.
Ponce with the serve. Set goes outside. Pickrell with the dink. It was popped up only momentarily by Taylor. Nobody had her back, so a point for Irvine, and we got a little seesaw battle going on early in the second set.
We get a chance to see how their pin hitters are versatile. Look at those deep tip shots down the line when the set's not just right. They tool the outside blockers. They get the hammer inside angle, sharp angle as well.
Chloe Hakeem, one of 6 freshmen on this team, deals an ace. And a little emotion coming from the Frosh out of Sacramento, California.
Well, the bottom just dropped out right here at the very end. Great serve.
Again, floats it over. Manu Olival struggling a bit on the pass. Gets the set, though. And a diving save by Yoder. Here's Pickrell. That's blocked, but it goes out. And Irvine with the advantage here. 6-3 on Hawaii. Stan Sheriff Center crowd sensing Hawaii lagging a bit, starting to make some more noise to urge the home team on. Manu Olival. Perfect pass that time. She'll get the set on the outside and pounds one for a Hawaii point.
If anyone is going to be the terminator to stop the other team's rallying momentum, I think it might be Ty Manu Olival. She seems to get madder and more angry if the other team starts sneaking away and getting the lead. She hits harder.
Higgins tickles the tape. Right side set, this is Lee, blocked. Irvine struggles with it and cannot forge a return. So credit the roof to Olivia McGill. That's her specialty. Tops in the conference in blocks per set. 10th in the nation entering the week in that category.
Led Arizona last year. Number 9 in the Pac-12.
Lee, the dink right there is Nikki Taylor. Set will go to Mano Leval. Didn't get as high of a set and still able to fly in sort of low pro and got the kill anyway.
That's one thing she does well. She has great feet. If she can adjust to weak sets, inside sets, outside sets, as well as anyone.
4th tie of this second set already. Higgins gets the ace. Taylor Higgins.
Ace number 4 for the team on the night. Higgins, first ace for her.
That would have been a spectacular save, but you got to save it around the antenna.
Exactly.
Back over to your side. Still a good effort there on Irvine's part. Higgins, number 2 in the Big West Conference in aces per set. The block on Pickrell. Irvine keeps it alive. Pickrell a second time. The dink right there to keep it going is Higgins. Mano Leval from off the net. No blockers up. Great job by Yoder to keep it going. Now Lee blocked. Another try for Lee. Blocked. Popped up in the air on the second touch by Pickrell. Lee rolls it over. Hawaii with the advantage. Here's Taylor. Through the block and down.
Well, some good volleyball going on there. Tremendous dig by Molly Yoder on Irvine's side. And Hawaii with block after block after block. Led by Olivia McGill. Who else? Well, Adolfo is, because Adolfo's not in, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that would be the other one you would offer up. 5-0 run here for the Wahine. Lee. Hawaii getting another touch. Mano Leval running backwards. Hits it long.
You know what? I like this, though. I like the fact that she was aggressive. She could have run back there and bumped it over, but instead, there's a nice play by Mendoza right before that. But I love the way Mano Leval is aggressive on that third contact.
Yeah, you love when they take a swing. Even if it's not the best situation, a lot of teams, a lot of players prefer to just free ball it over. You like when they just try to take a crack at it. McGill taking a crack at it from the middle and getting the kill.
Well, Olivia the thrill right now with 3 kills.
I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Maybe it'll stick. Mano Leval. It's a point for Irvine. UC Irvine last season going 5-11, finishing 7th in the Big West Conference. Preseason picked 5th in the league this year, but hasn't finished above 500 overall since 2009, a year they went 22-8. That was actually the first season for head coach Paula Weishaupt. Right back at you, the out serve.
Pickrell leads them with aces with 29. We saw Leval just serve one into the net. You know, those people that get a lot of aces, they're going to make some errors once in a while.
Yeah, it comes with the territory. Here's Mendoza. Pass by Pickrell. Step out, goes to Potter, and Hawaii keeps it going. Greeley off the fingertips of the block. Right there was Pickrell. Left side, that's Bubaka, hard angle. Greeley digs it up. Mano Leval from the back row, no blockers, and that means, in most cases, no chance for the opposing team.
But how effective has Hawaii been with that tool tonight? Time after time after time. Here comes Leval coming out of the back row, no blockers up. Leval takes advantage, buries it.
Hitting drills for Taimano Leval right there. Bubaka able to work the block to her advantage.
She called for an inside set that time, a little variety. Block moved in, and she still beat them. Nice swing by Bubaka.
One of the team captains, heavy arm for Marissa Bubaka, who stands at 6'3". Arden Davis with the serve, Mano Leval the pass. Higgins, middle set to Adolfo, right there is Lee. The set will go back row to Pickrell, pushes it over. And Hawaii able to retrieve it. Higgins with the initial dig. Now outside, the pass to the set to Bubaka. And she goes down the line and in. So Marissa Bubaka starting to perhaps get the hot arm. And that doesn't necessarily bode well for Hawaii if she can get going.
Watch for Shelly Anderson to maybe feed her even more than she already is.
Here comes that crowd. Adolfo from the middle. Great dig by Allison Lee. Pickrell from the back row. Pumps it long. Point Hawaii.
Nice dig. A nice little cutback shot there by Adolfo. Good dig by Allison Lee. Keep that rally alive.
Nikki Taylor now with the serve. Tough pass for Lee. Here's Bubaka. Good touch on the block by Hawaii. Now Higgins will set. Back row. Manoa Leval. Again. Irvine completely fooled up front.
And the directions from the bench that just came from Paula Weishoff were, hey, let's start blocking that. Still no one home. Manoa Leval having a field day.
Overpass. Thank you very much. Calais Greeley placing it oh so gently to the floor. Point Hawaii and a timeout called by UC Irvine. The Rainbow Wahine continuing to hit well over 400 for the match. Let's take a look at the Mid-Pack Petroleum leaderboard. Big West serving. You have 4 of the top 5 servers in terms of aces per set in this match. The top 2 positions held by Taimano Olivao and Taylor Higgins, at least on this list, and Cassidy Pickrell and Allison Lee. And how about that wonderful family that made it out to the match tonight? My mom, Tony Leahy, breast cancer survivor. Fitting we were able to talk to her here as OC Sports continues to recognize Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the month of October. She was able to share her story, and
now she sees herself on the screen.
Yeah. And Pops making it out to the match with her too tonight. And there's an ace by Nikki Taylor. Hey, we just showed the stat. Maybe Taylor's trying to get up into those rankings.
I think she is. Hawaii with 6 aces on the night now, I believe. I think that 5.
16 serving 10. Tough pass by Bubaka. Back row set. Pickrell is able to just shove it over the net. And it works out. So we were expecting a tougher test from UC Irvine tonight. I think the thing that has been remarkable is that Hawaii appears to have showed up ready for a tougher test. Manoa Leval, though, the overpass off of the Anderson serve. Now left side, Bubaka able to pound it past Calais Adolfo.
I still would not sell this Irvine team short. They have the tools, especially when you got pin hitters like they do, big bombers like that, like Bubaka on the outside. You know, they can be in any match.
Absolutely. Here's Taylor. Nobody up from the back row again, but it's dug up by Davis. Now Pickrell. Soft touches it over. Diving save Mendoza. Nobody could play it off the net. Point for Irvine. And just as you say that, Chris, a couple of successful sequences for the Anteaters. Dave Shoji senses it, and he wants to put an end to it. Signals for a timeout. Irvine hanging around, down 3 in the second. Let's go inside the numbers presented by Levitt, Yamane, and Soldner. 4.46. That is the digs per set average for that young woman right there. UC Irvine libero Arden Davis tops in the Big West Conference. If you're keeping score, Sarah Mendoza is in the 5th position in that category in digs per set. Taylor, nobody up. Still a dig by Pickrell, though. Here's Bubaka blocked, and she pops it in the air. Lee from the right side, through the block and down. So a couple of opportunities for Taylor here on this recent run by Irvine with no blockers at the net, and yet the Anteaters able to keep it going.
Nice back set to Lee. Lee's had the hot hand tonight, 7 kills. Only 2 errors.
4-0 run here for Irvine to get right back in it. Hawaii needs something. Greeley unable to provide it right there. Bubaka has to free ball it over, though. So big advantage for Hawaii. Tipped over on the second touch by Higgins, and it works.
Taylor Higgins is getting better and better at picking the right spot, not just going up and dumping it over just because it's a ball that's set close to the net. She picks her spots, chooses them wisely. The great setters do that.
17-14 Hawaii here in the second set, and hitting .408 for the match compared to .235 for UC Irvine. And our first sight of Emily Maglio, the freshman, on the floor for Hawaii. Here's Lee from the outside position. It doesn't matter where she's hitting from. She's making it work.
She goes pin to pin pretty seamlessly. Left antenna, right antenna, 8 kills for Allison Lee, the senior from San Pedro.
Now Molly Yoder, one of 4 seniors on this roster. Slaps it over. Manuole Val pops it straight up in the air. It's Greeley who sets Manuole Val, and it works.
Wahine Volleyball looked like she was going to go cross court for sure, and had she gone cross court, she would have been absolute slam dunk roofed. Instead, she cuts it right back down the line, gets a piece of Allison Lee's hand, and gets the point.
And how about the set by Greeley, Chris?
Beautiful set by Greeley. She had to make an early call there to call off Taylor Higgins.
Here's Pickrell, punched up by Manuole Val, saved by Ponce. Greeley from the back row. Chance now for Irvine. Middle set, and that's pumped down to the floor by Ella Rosenfeld. Rosenfeld and Aspen Potter, according to head coach Paula Weishoff, really the only 2 pure middle blockers that she has available. Injuries to the other middles that she would normally use, forcing her to keep them in full time.
And Rosenfeld's first set of the night and first kill.
Taylor from the back row, hit it into the tape.
Sometimes it gets a little bit too juicy. You see no blockers up there, so you try to bury it straight down, and just took a little bit too much. She's got to take a little bit off that. She's got an open net.
Here comes that crowd again, urging the Wahine on. Manuole Val off the block. Here's Lee. The block hadn't formed, but a great dig by Taylor. Now Greeley from behind the line. That's dug up nicely by Anderson. Bump set. Pickrell took something off. Taylor gets this sequence going for Hawaii. Now Manuole Val through the block. Right there is Anderson. Lee winds up, uncoils, and unleashes.
Boy, Allison Lee having a career night tonight. Goes up and challenges the block. Doesn't even try to go down the line or tool the block. She goes right into the block and gets the kill.
Taylor trying to get it back for Hawaii, but Molly Yoder keeps it alive. Blocked by McGill at the net. Irvine scrambling, sending it over. Here's Manuole Val through the block, 2-handed in the air by Anderson. They're picking everything up now on the Anteater side, but McGill able to seal it off and end that point.
They give a lot of credit to UC Irvine and their defense. They're digging ball after ball. Balls they were not digging in the first set, or all of a sudden now they're popping up. They're getting good plays.
Higgins with the serve. Good pass, Yoder. Pickrell blocked and roofed. That time it was Nikki Taylor getting the gist of it.
Taylor picks up her second block of the night.
Another timeout taken by Irvine head coach Paula Weishoff. Hawaii trying to maintain this advantage. Welcome back. How about some Twitter talk? This is what they're saying out in the Twitterverse. Connie Palakiko, Mr. Lava Lava. I do not want to be on the receiving end of Ty Manuole Val's kills, hitting some major bullets. Hashtag Hawaii WVB. That is for sure. Not too fun to be on the receiving end of a McGill kill either, as she's able to stuff it down off the overpass. So 21-18 now, Hawaii trying to keep its distance in front of UC Irvine. Higgins behind the line. What a pass by Davis. Lee from the right side. Turned back by Olivia, the thrill, McGill.
You gotta love her smile too when she gets the block. She's so happy, turns around. Look at that. She knows how to celebrate. She's got some celebration going on.
4-0 run for Hawaii. Higgins got it in the end line. Just inside the boundary. 23-18 Hawaii.
Taylor Higgins, ace number 2 on the night. Hawaii with 6 aces, continuing to be one of the nation's top serving teams, in my humble opinion.
Pickrell. Access. Denied. McGill again.
Her feet are so good at the net. She reads the setter so well. She's now getting used to the offense that's being run by Shelly Anderson. She just flies to the outside, puts up a two-person block.
Higgins sends that one into the twine, but right when Irvine was almost even with Hawaii, the Rainbow Wahine's two most distinct strengths, serving and blocking, come to the front of their effort, and they're able to get some distance here on Irvine.
Exactly. Dave showed you push the buttons at the right time.
The Aloha ball here in set 2. McGill off the block. Right side set. We have a couple of subs in there for Irvine. That's Carpio, but Hawaii able to keep it going, and Olivia McGill ends it almost fittingly for what she was able to do up against that net in the closing stretch of that second set. So Hawaii playing against a tough opponent, playing to its strengths, and up 2-0. And are they going to be reaching into the broom closet?
OC Sports, presented on Oceanic Time Order Cable, is sponsored by Straub and Hawaii Honda Dealers.
Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center. Let's take a look at McDonald's match statistics. A lot of highlighted stats on the Hawaii side, Chris.
Yeah, well, look at the errors. That's called the efficiency. Only 5 errors over 2 sets. Kill percentage, 367. Hawaii normally hits around 240. That's a huge jump. The blocks, we're used to that. Tonight, instead of 3 blocks per set, it's 4.5 blocks per set. And aces to errors, we're getting used to a lot of aces here in the Stan Sheriff Center as well tonight. 6 aces, only 8 errors. They're putting on some kind of show, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, a lot of talk at the intermission about the fact that UC Irvine, when Hawaii was attacking from the back row, didn't have any blockers up, and it appears as though this match has gone on, that's actually part of the strategy on Paula Weishoff's side. Do you think that's a strategy they'll continue here in the third set?
Yeah, I don't think they will. I think they've got to put up a blocker at least to take away some area, if not 2 blockers. But clearly it did not work for the most part. It worked better in the second set, not in the first set at all. Because Taimanu Olivao was just chomping at the bit back there. Look at her hitting 529. I'd say half of those 10 kills came from behind the 3-meter line with no blockers up. So I suggest that they're going to put up at least 1 blocker in this third set.
Why would that strategy be utilized, that you don't put up a block against a back row attack?
Because sometimes the blockers can get in the way and they get tooled and the ball just dribbles down to the floor.
In action here, set 3. One-hand set to McGill, missed time.
And the other part of that equation is that sometimes your diggers, your back row diggers, are better than anything a blocker could do. We saw a lot of that the last half of the second set where Irvine was putting up all kinds of digs and playing quite well, digging everything Hawaii could hit out of the back row.
Yeah, it certainly shows a lot of trust in the defensive abilities of the team out there. Middle set, McGill hit it fat, hit it long, no touch at the net, and that's a point for Irvine. So the Anteaters jumping out to the early 2-0 lead here in set 3. Always interesting to see how teams come out of that intermission. The long break, cool off a little bit.
Remember last week, Irvine was up 2-0 on Northridge and then lost the next 2.
Here's Greeley, winds up, uncoils, uncorks one, but a great dig by Davis. Now Bubaka from off the net took something off. Mendoza there. Here's Taylor, down the line and in.
I think Taylor's really got the rhythm going. 7 kills prior to that, 8 kills now. Hitting up around 375. Again, you get an outside hitter or back row attacker like that hitting 275, you're happy.
Also,
he's 100 points higher.
Yeah, also has 6 digs and 3 blocks. Was almost in on another block there, but Bubaka able to tool the block to her advantage.
Yeah, Nikki leading the team in digs with 6. So she's having a great all-around game tonight.
For Bubaka now 7 kills. Again, she's tops in the Big West Conference in kills per set. She's hitting 462 here in this match. Here's Greeley, touches it over, diving save. Nicely done there by Hakeem. The block and kept alive here by Irvine. Now Bubaka off the block and out.
First set,
UC Irvine.
the first set, Bubaka started back row, and it took her a long time to rotate to the front. Paula Weishaupt has rotated their lineup, and so that now Bubaka is in the front row to start the set.
Great call there by Mano Olivao to evade that incoming serve by Chloe Hakeem. As it sailed long. Now Nikki Taylor, again, sporting the brace on that right elbow for the first time. She says she likes it a lot better than the tape job that she was utilizing in previous matches. Pickrell pushes it over. Right there's Taylor. Mano Olivao from the back row again. The block relents. Mano Olivao reaps the benefit.
It's like the seas opened up. She goes up, nobody up. It's like a hitter's dream.
Here's 3 serving 4. Bubaka pushes it down the line, and it's going to be a Hawaii point. They're going to call a lift on the Anteaters.
In defense of that strategy again, the Irvine Diggers, the last part of the second set, were digging those back row attacks. I think they were hoping that that kind of digging would continue.
Taylor deals an ace.
7th ace of the night for the Rainbow Wahine. Nikki Taylor just drilling that ball. That's her 3rd ace of the night. What an all-around performance she's putting forth tonight.
Alas, sends it into the twine. Yeah, we'll give you that one. We'll give you the bocce on that one.
I'll take it.
I've been guilty of it many times already this season as well. Knotted up at 5. Here's Shelly Anderson. Step out. Adolfo. No blockers up, but it tickled the tape, slowed it down. Now Bubaka off the block, and right there's Mano Olivao. Great pass. Pushed over on the second touch by Higgins, and she caught the Anteaters off guard.
I give a lot of credit to Mano Olivao, who ran to the back line, pushed that pass up there. That was a great pass so that Taylor Higgins could do that little dump shot, or she could have set Adolfo. Either way, it was a fast comeback transition that Irvine was not ready for that kind of speed.
You just want options if you're a setter, right? And Mano Olivao provided them for Higgins right there. Greeley into the net it goes.
Blake Greeley, error number 3 on the night.
Knotted at 6 here in set number 3. Higgins, back row to Taylor, and she hit it way wide of the court. And again, we saw the blockers clear the path at the net.
Again, they're just challenging Hawaii attackers from behind the 3-meter line to hit the ball in the court.
Two-hand pass, Adolfo. Quick set outside to Mano Olivao off the block. Diving save, Yoder. Now right side, here's Lee. Taylor pops it in the air. Higgins will go back row to Greeley. One-hand save, Yoder. Well done. Free chance again for the Wahine. Middle set, Adolfo off the fingertips. Right there is Anderson. Lee, big wind up and goes off the block and into the antenna.
Credit the Anteaters for playing some tremendous defense. Yoder had a great dig in the middle of that rally. Lee finishes with the attack, but you got to give the Anteaters credit. They're digging a lot of those open net balls now.
They lead by 2. Crowd making some noise once again. Mano Olivao off the block and out. Boy, she's having some kind of night, isn't she, Chris?
It really is. She and Taylor together having almost career nights. Mano Olivao hitting 550. Taylor hitting almost 300 with 8 digs.
High and away, the set goes to Pickrell, the dink, pancake save Taylor. Soft touched over by Mano Olivao. Here's Pickrell again, harder hit, dug up by Greeley to the net, punched over by Higgins. Now Lee, diving left hand save Taylor, diving save by Anderson. And this one keeps going. Lee again, and this time she puts the kill down.
We got got some cool plays coming up here. Watch these saves. First one, a pancake dig by, who was that? That was
Taylor.
Nikki Taylor again. There's another save. Those are two cool plays. Not just one cool play, but two.
Yeah, the Fujitsu Air Conditioning cool plays of the match, we'll call it. That's pretty cool right there, too. Olivia McGill sending it to the terra firma. 6 kills for McGill.
Time. You're alone
What,
in the
you're
middle.
hitting 329 as a team. Right side, here's Lee, the dink. Another spatula save, this time by Mendoza. Irvine with it now. Pickrell blocked and roofed. McGill and Taylor.
Pretty formative block right there. Take a look at the pancake dig here. Is it Mendoza? Yep, Mendoza again. And there's the block by Taylor and McGill. Hawaii just becoming one of the better blocking teams in the country.
Good pass by Lee. She'll get her own set on the outside. Mendoza bump sets Taylor. She's blocked and roofed. It was Ella Rosenfeld at 6'2", putting up the wall.
Solid block out there. Dave showed you recognized it was a good block.
There's Allison Lee. 11 kills to lead Irvine, but she finds the floor on that one. The line judge signaled out, but the upstairs official, Jesse Martinez, said it was in. That's an ace for Irvine, and now Dave Shoji wants an explanation.
And Jesse Martinez quickly tells Dave, I saw that, it was good, overruling the linesman. You know, I like top referees that do that, that really follow the ball and they're paying attention.
Quick middle, McGill again. It was a little low. Irvine scrambling, and they're able to get it back over. Now Higgins goes to Manuel Leval, up the ladder, and down the chute it goes.
This ball coming up, two anteaters almost colliding, and here's Ty Manuel Leval finding the hole in the block again.
Her
Manuel Leval
13th
with
kill,
13
Chris.
kill, only one error, hitting 522. It's crazy.
And serves up the ace. That one was placed perfectly on the back line.
Her second ace of the night. This looks like it was going out, but the bottom just dropped out and catches the line.
That was like a Clayton Kershaw breaking ball there. Well, maybe not yesterday. I don't know.
There's the off-speed one that I like that she hasn't. I didn't know she had that one. Nice shot.
Good dig by Mendoza. Here's Greeley over the double block. Diving save Yoder. Now Lee from the back row with a little bit of heat. Gets the point back for Irvine.
Allison Lee, solid swing. She's having quite a match tonight. Her 13th kill. Just a little rip down the line. Only 3 errors.
Pickrell to serve, and that's an ace. Point for the Anteaters. It is 13-11. Dave Shoji up to Yeltsin. Instructions to his team.
Pickrell there, leading acer on the year with 29 aces. That's her 30th. Young lady from Coppell High School in Texas, sophomore.
Volunteers for the Susan G. Komen Foundation, of course, talking a lot about that here on OC Sports during the month of October. Bubika off the block, diving save Greeley. Good job there. Middle set, McGill with the hammer.
I'll tell you, Taylor Higgins didn't have a whole lot of places to go that time because her outside hitter Greeley was on the floor. But look at McGill right there waiting, ready to rip.
Olivia with the Olivitation, we'll call it. Here's Lee, that's dug up by Higgins. So Mendoza bump sets Manuel Leval from the back row, and she pumps it long. Irvine back up 2.
Like the aggression, but not that much aggression. Ty could have pulled it back just a little bit, because Irvine was backpedaling anyway.
Here's Hakeem. And that one hits just under the chin of Mano Leivao, sent over free ball style. Pushed over on the second touch by the setter Anderson, but Hawaii returns it. Now the step out, that goes to Potter, dug up by Mano Leivao. Greeley pushes it down the line and finds the hole in the defense.
We have not seen that long line tip shot out of Greeley all year. Maybe she did it on the road, but I haven't seen her do it in the Stan Sheriff Center. This is a brilliant play. She sees the defense come up, sneak up for her tip shot, and she puts it deep. Great play.
Taylor to serve. Outside, here's Bubaka. Again, the heavy arm of Marissa Bubaka paying off for Irvine. Anteaters first to 15, so timeout on the floor. Irvine looking to still make a match of it, down 2-0.
Find the perfect gift for every occasion at Big Island Candies. Visit them in Hilo at Ala Moana Center or click on BigIslandCandies.com to view their entire collection and place your order today.
Well, Irvine trying to make it as difficult as possible for Hawaii. Rainbow Wahine up 2-0. They have now won 20 consecutive sets and have swept their last 5 matches coming into tonight, but Irvine up 2 here in the third, looking to extend this match. Here's Taylor out of the timeout from the opposite position. Good touch on the block. Chance now for the Anteaters. They go back row to Pickrell. She is able to plug it through the block. Another point for Irvine. They're up 3.
So Irvine dishing up a little bit what Hawaii's been doing to them. There you see how the block kind of got in the way. 2 different ways to block that back row attack.
Greeley with the pass. She'll get the set on the outside from off the net, dug up by Anderson. Irvine picking everything up here in this set. The dink by Bubaka, blocked back over by Adolfo. Bubaka, a second crack at it, takes a crack and sends it down the line and in. Dave Shoji going to signal for a timeout. Irvine up 4 at a pretty critical juncture in this third set. Well, we've seen some good volleyball tonight, so it's got Twitter talking. Sky says Mano Leivao is on fire tonight. Hashtag Hawaii WVB. And Neil Kasamoto says, keep setting the middle. You agree, Chris?
I agree. Adolfo is a little bit underset tonight. Only gotten 5 sets so far.
Here's Greeley from the outside. Again, Irvine keeping things alive on these rallies. Here's Lee from off the net. Blocked by Adolfo, saved by Adolfo. And Taylor had her back. Free chance now for Irvine. Right side, Lee over the block. Right there's Higgins. Bump set Mendoza to Greeley. Hard angle. And Davis able to pop it up for Irvine. And then going off the block and out is Bubaka. And Irvine is up by a handful here in the third, looking to avoid a sweep.
They've played well. They're digging the ball well. They're playing solid at the net. Their pin hitters are taking chances.
And the announced crowd of 5,521 trying to urge Hawaii on. Middle set, Adolfo had to dink it over, rat-a-tat it around, and returned. Mendoza again, bump set to Taylor, tight to the net, so she knuckles it over. Advantage Anteaters. Bubaka puts it down.
We talked about the pin hitters being a key to the match tonight. Right now, 2 of their 3 pin hitters hitting over 300. Bubaka right there bringing the heavy, heavy armor.
A 5-0 run for Irvine. Megan Huff coming in for the first time, the freshman from Federal Way, Washington. And a good run here behind the service line for Shelly Anderson. Taylor from off the net. And again, Irvine dropping back off of the net. No blockers up, and Taylor able to make it count.
Nikki Taylor does that so well. You know, she's been trained all year to get out of the back row. She's doing that, I think, better than most.
Bubaka from the opposite side. Mendoza keeps it alive. Set back row, Mano Leivao. Great job by Anderson to keep this rally going. Higgins goes middle, Adolfo. And that's a kill for the Molokai native.
Well, the Twitterverse called that one, right? More sets to the middle. There you go.
of discussion as Paula Weishoff was up off of the Irvine bench. What could this be about, Chris? About the Hawaii rotation, perhaps?
Yep, I guess wrong server.
Hey, rotate. You're back here.
Yeah, it sounds like we're getting word that this is a rotation violation against Hawaii, and Dave Shoji will signal for a timeout. So they have given Irvine the point. So instead of 19-15, it is 20-14 in favor of the Anteaters. Credit the Irvine coaching staff for picking that one up as they talked to Wayne Lee, and he looked over the rotation, and that could serve huge here in this third set.
Yeah, big difference between 18-15 and 20-14 for sure.
Dave Shoji was in a little bit of a grumpy mood yesterday after the Dodgers blew the big lead to the Cardinals. Dodgers did get the win today, though, in that division series, so he was in higher spirits prior to the match, but trying to figure out where it went wrong on the Hawaii side of the net in terms of the rotation. Shoji, a big Dodgers fan. That's why Scott Robbs and Dave Shoji go at it so much, because you got Scott Robbs, who's the Giants guy.
Who went in 18 innings today?
Yeah. There is Scott Robbs checking on the Giants stats for sure. So credit that huddle. Credit Paula Weishoff and her Anteaters. They could have easily packed this one up at the intermission, down 2-0, having gone up against a Hawaii team that looked about as impressive offensively and really in other facets as well, serving-wise, blocking-wise, two of their major strengths. Looking good through the first two sets, about as good as perhaps we've seen Hawaii play this season, and yet here are the Anteaters 5 points away from extending this match. Yeah, and now you notice that Hawaii's offense has slowed down a little bit too, hitting 156 in this particular set. All night long they've been hitting 387 and then 345. Let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji. Ryan.
Well, thanks, Kunal. During the timeout, head coach Dave Shoji actually walking along to the sideline here to talk about the rotation. You can see him right now. He's still talking with Wayne Liu right now, trying to figure out who exactly is the next server. What had happened initially is Megan Huff got substituted into the match for Kalei Greeley, which kind of threw off the Wahine's formation and what they're normally traditionally used to. Nikki Taylor went back to serve, but the results, the scores table was actually saying that the next server should be Kalei Adolfo. So there's some discrepancy. However, the scores table is confident that they have it correct and that the next server should be Kalei Adolfo, not Nikki Taylor. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Ryan. Dave Shoji putting Kalei Greeley back in for Megan Huff, and it appears as though Hawaii now back in the right rotation, but that could be very big as it occurs to the result of this third set. And Irvine with the rejection on Manu Olevao, so they have everything going their way right now. Aspen Potter and Allison Lee joining forces on the roof.
Well, Hawaii playing a little bit confused right now. Dave Shoji's, now that he sees this game is almost out of reach, he's going to get Nikki Taylor a rest, get County Posse in there, get Kendra Kelch to get some playing time. But really what happened was, whenever he put in another player like that Dave did, he put Huff in for Greeley, it can cause some confusion as to who's going to be the next server, and Taylor went back to serve, and it wasn't her turn.
Posse, what a set by Kendra Kelch to Keani Posse, her 20th kill of the season, and that had some oomph behind it.
A lot of people say County Posse might have the heaviest arm in the gym. We saw it right there. That packed some punch right there, didn't it?
Do you like that set from Kelch, too? That was...
Yeah, it was beautiful. She sets the ball well behind her head. Probably her strength.
Yeah, that was a nectar from Kelch. Here she is again, going high and away to Manu Olevao, off the block and out. So consecutive points for Hawaii to get back to within 5.
Irvine has 2 timeouts. Watch for them to use it. If Hawaii gets another one, I expect them to use their first timeout. They've got to slow down the Hawaii run.
Claire Marie Anderson slaps it into play. Set goes outside. This is Pickrell. Finds the corner. And Irvine back up a half dozen.
Pickrell's the one pin hitter that struggled for UCI. She was hitting 0 up until just a few minutes ago. Now she's hitting 0.61 with her 8th kill. I told you all along that you got to be careful with this team. They're powerful in the pins, and whenever you can do that, they're a team to be reckoned with.
Match high 33 attacks for Pickrell. Middle set, McGill, the dink, one-hand save Anderson. She's been brilliant defensively here in this set. Posse. Again, they're able to keep it alive. In fact, Pickrell getting a good swing on it. Mendoza keeps it going, though. Posse hard angle. That's dug up to McGill, who finally finishes the sequence. Good stuff tonight, Chris. I mean, this is why this building is filled on a nightly basis for this team.
And you got to love when people like Kelch and Posse come in and put forth good efforts after sitting around for an hour and a half. Literally did not get any court time. All of a sudden they come in and worked hard all week. I predicted they'd play well this weekend, and they have.
Higgins with the ace. How perfect was that for Hawaii? About as opportune a play as Dave showed you could have hoped for.
This is where Hawaii's got Higgins and Manu Olivao back-to-back jump servers.
Overpass. Manu Olivao couldn't put it down, though. Set goes right side. Here's Lee. Dug up by Greeley. Higgins, where does she go? High and away. Manu Olivao slams it home. Timeout signaled by UC Irvine head coach Paulo Weishoff. And interesting how some of the reserves, you talked about how good a week of practice they had last night, Chris. Some of the reserve providing the spark for Hawaii.
Yeah, Hawaii was down 21-14, and it looked like Dave showed you was almost packing it in a little bit. Oh, let's rest Taylor. We'll bring Posse in, rest Taylor for a possible game 4. You know, and let's get Higgins out of there. Let Kelch set some. Because Kelch hadn't seen the floor at all. All of a sudden, they both played really well. And then once they went out, the starters were, I think, rejuvenated, and they picked up their own points. Now we got ourselves a ball game here. It's a race to 25.
Hawaii running into a handful on the opposite side of the net, though, in the form of Allison Lee. Allison Lee with 12 kills on 31 attacks, hitting .290. Also has 8 digs, good all-around talent, and it's been on display for the Anteaters tonight.
Young lady out of San Pedro with the start out of her career. It's Cal Poly. Ends up at UC Irvine. She's been a handful for Hawaii tonight.
With the Rainbow Wahine back to within 3. This has been a fun match to watch. We thought that Irvine was going to come in and provide some entertainment in the form of some high competition for Hawaii, and it has been that way. The Rainbow Wahine playing a fine match to this point, but Irvine not going away quietly. We've seen some tremendous volleyball in stretches.
Yeah, you've got to give the credit to Molly Yoder, especially. She's got 13 digs on the night. She's one of the ones that's inspired those no block digs situation.
Need tickets to an upcoming UH contest? Visit hawaiiathletics.com. Call 944-BOWS or visit the Stan Sheriff Center box office. 3 easy ways to get your seats for exciting UH sports action. Mendoza digs it back over the net, and then missing the court wide was Ella Rosenfeld. That was a freebie. But Hawaii able to still get the point, and they are on a 4-0 run.
Only Rosenfeld's second swing of the night. Didn't miss by much.
Higgins. Right side, here's Lee. The heavy hand of Lee strikes again. Irvine gets to 23. They're 2 away from extending this match.
Allison Lee's got the magic working. She sees the hole in the block. Great vision to see the late closing block.
Amid the noise, Lee with the serve. Higgins sends it high and away to Taylor. Deep corner in. And Nikki Taylor, Chris, now with a double-double. 10 kills, 10 digs.
Not Nikki Taylor's normal shot out of that position. Hitting deep court area 5. She usually goes area 6 or goes down the line. That one was a thing of beauty.
Pong sends it into the net. Tatiana Ponce, the Moanalua High School alum who has been so steady from behind the service line, with an ill-timed error right there, and it is aloha ball for the Anteaters here in set number 3. The serve by Pickrell. Misses wide. Hawaii's still in it. And it'll be Sarah Mendoza. Another threat.
Pretty good blocking crew for Hawaii up front with Adolfo, Greeley, and Taylor.
Pickrell with the pass. Left side, Bubaka. Blocked and roof! Adolfo and Taylor!
Block number 11 on the night. And Paula Weishaupt has seen enough. She wants to call timeout. Again, her second and final timeout.
And they are alive here in the stand. Sheriff Center take another look at that last roof.
Bubaka's their bomber. That block closed, though. Adolfo there to tighten it up. Taylor setting it perfectly on the outside. You saw Adolfo close late. Hawaii's becoming just an amazing blocking team. When I watched this team practice during camp in the dog days of August, I did not think they would be a great blocking team. I really thought that there would be other things they do well, but I did not think it would be blocking. They're turning out to be just an amazing blocking team. That was their 11th block of the night. They're averaging over 3%. They're among the top. They're number 3 in the country right now in blocks per set.
It's infectious, is it not? McGill kind of got them going on the blocking front, and it seems as though others have followed suit.
Yeah, she was tremendous in the Pac-12.
All right, let's check out some more Twitter talk. They're making some noise on social media here for this match. Bam, Manu Olivao is playing like UC Irvine, cut in front of her on the freeway. That's James Mane. Hashtag road rage.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
She has had a certain edge to her tonight. There's no doubt about that. 15 kills on 28 attacks, just 3 errors, hitting .429.
In case you just joined us, Hawaii coming back to 7-point deficit, 21-14. Lost a couple points on a rotation call, of all things.
Within 1, leading this match 2 sets to none. We knew that Irvine would be a greater test here thus far in the Big West schedule. And they are trying to extend this match. Imperative that Mendoza gets this in. She does.
And forces a bad pass.
Bubaka off the touch. Right there's Greeley. Higgins, right side. Taylor against a double block. Dug up by Lee. Here's Bubaka again. Into the antenna. And we start over at 24 apiece.
Amazing. And that big block is still up front. Mendoza, a solid server.
What a comeback by the Rainbow Wahine in this 3rd set. Bubaka, dug up by Manu Olivao. Chased down by Greeley. Can Hawaii get it across? They do. Lee, dug up by Manu Olivao. Higgins, right side. Taylor.
And Dave Shoji erupts off the bench and fist pumps. They're high-fiving everywhere. This arena is rocking.
And they now rise here at the house that Stan built. Aloha ball for the match. Who'd have thought? Down 21-14.
Forces another bad pass.
Lee from the back row. Block and roof. It's over.
Go figure. I mean, Kalea Adolfo got most of that one, but the most amazing comeback. This is going to show a lot of, this team had to show a lot of grit, a lot of confidence in each other, to trust each other a lot in order to make this comeback come true. And they did it against a good team. This is a well-coached team. This Irvine team is talented, but Hawaii just a little bit better when the going got tough.
Now 6 straight sweeps here on this streak for Hawaii, and they've won 21 straight sets. Here's that last point. What a rally for Hawaii. What a win. An emotional evening for the Rainbow Wahine, certainly. Let's send it over to Scott Robbs. He has Dave Shoji. Scott.
Hey, thanks a lot, Konoha. Joined with head coach Dave Shoji. What a comeback in that third set. You emptied your bench, and your reserve players really helped you get back into it.
Well, you know, there's another reason. Maybe try to rest the first team a little bit because you think you're going to lose the third game. But, yeah, we got a couple good performances out of the bench. And, you know, we just hung in there. And the girls played hard on defense and blocking. They finally, you know, touched some balls on the block. And, you know, you got to give our girls credit. They really fought back.
13-4 run to end that third set. But I thought you guys played very well in that first set. And you talked last night about needing to have a good blocking night. You had a good blocking night, and your block was huge in that second set.
Well, I thought we played one of our better matches, you know, overall. Our first and second games were really good. And, you know, that's what we need to do, get better every night.
Wahine Volleyball, she seems to have really come into her own, hasn't she?
Well, she gets in a rhythm in the front row. I wish she could get a rhythm from the back service line, but well, it's a work in progress. But yeah, she's on fire. She's really confident, and you know, Taylor Higgins is finding her in the right spot. So you know, she's really carrying us right now.
This is an awesome night. The Dodgers win for you, the Giants win for me, and the Rainbow Wahine win for all of us.
Okay, man. We gotta keep going though.
All right, back to you guys. Good on, Chris.
Thanks a lot, Scott. All right, Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. And for UC Irvine, pretty easy call, Allison Lee. 13 kills, hitting .265 with 9 digs. And Taimano Olivao for the Rainbow Wahine. 15 kills, .429 percentage, 2 service aces. Hawaii as a team hitting .308, and they end that third set on a 5-0 run. Just amazing. Final thoughts on what we witnessed here tonight, Chris?
Well, I thought that the way the Rainbow Wahine fought in the third set, we haven't seen that all year long. So to see that kind of courage, that kind of chutzpah, to step out and just start just ripping relentlessly and playing fearlessly, basically. I think this bodes well for the road trip upcoming, which is going to be the meat of their schedule. Actually, Dave showed you, said starting tonight, they're in the meat of their schedule, because next, after Irvine, then there's Northridge and there's Long Beach State. It's going to be a tough run here, and to launch the next road trip with this kind of win, wow.
Yeah. Next up is Cal State Northridge, one of the tri-champions from a year ago. Of course, Hawaii sharing the Big West title. But yeah, wow is the word. Tonight was one of those nights. There was just something in the air. This is the reason why this program is so popular, why this building is so full night in and night out, because we saw some great physical, effortful volleyball tonight.
Yeah, and how about Irvine? Gotta give credit to Irvine too. They dug like crazy. Their idea was to dig Hawaii's back row attacks, and they dug it about half the time, which lent itself to a lot of great rallies, and both sides had to really step up in order to earn their points. Every point definitely was hard-earned, to say the least.
UC Irvine falls to 10-7, 0-3 in the Big West Conference. Hawaii now 12-3, 4-0 in league. But again, tough road trip coming up, Northridge and Long Beach State. That'll do it for us. For Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Thanks for listening, everybody, and watching. We're going to send it over to the Corner Crew. Don't forget about the post-game show. Aloha.